Hi vegetables! Welcome to Kush's Corner, or shall I say, welcome back to my channel. I know this is your favorite show. You're like, oh, my show is on. Let me get comfortable. Let me get rested. Let me grab my beverage. Because if you're not carrying a beverage, ooh, I think I just spilled juice on my bed. You know when the ice starts to make the juice weak? Wow. Either way, for today's video, we're going to do it. I'm hoping with everything in me, it's a short video, but we're going to do 2025 bookish goals, and just also telling you guys my how I rate my books. Yeah, those are literally going to be the vibes right now. I'm currently also, I was away for the weekend. There's a vlog coming, so stay tuned for that. But I was away for the weekend, and so I missed like doing like a whole 40-day Lent challenge, and so to read my Bible for every single day and to grow in the world, anchor myself within the word of Jesus Christ. Yes, praise Jesus. But I missed the weekend and yesterday, because yesterday I felt like it was jet lag. Yesterday was Monday, so I have so many days to like catch up on, and my beef is that like I also am doing more than one book. So I'm not just reading one book in the Bible. I'm reading the Psalms, I'm reading Matthew, and I'm also reading John. So I'm like it takes me forever because I just feel like the Holy Spirit speaks to me within it. So I'm gonna quickly do this video, and then I need to get to it before I have to be a certified housewife and cook for the fam. You know the vibes. You know I live to serve the family. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. My brother just left, so I'm currently home alone, so this is the perfect time to shoot. So let's get into it. Let me also just show you quickly how awesome like my Bible journaling is. Get into it. Hungry. I need to go see what's in the kitchen. My goodness, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. How can we do this video if like I have not eaten? It's just not cute. Okay, we're in the kitchen. Let's look at our options. Okay, we've got bread, great stuff. So I'll do bread and butter, I guess. We've got noodles. Okay, let's look inside the fridge. We have got eggs. Everything here is giving a hard time. It's ingredients. It's ingredients. It's not anything ready. And I know for a fact we don't have snacks. I know that. Ice cream before I've eaten. Okay. Okay, this is not cute. Also, I can't make myself like a coffee because I finished the coffee before we left for our weekend trip. So let's just get into the video. Once I wrote this like a while ago, my rating system for like the books that I read. Child, this diary is hanging on by a thread. Eh? Where is Mudim? There is so much here. Where was my book rating system? Because I don't want to like just do it by my head, and then next time I give you guys a star rating, you'll be on my neck. You know, you'll be like, no, because you said whose channel is this? Mine. Mind your business. So yo guys, no. How do people organize journals? My goodness. Because mine is out here suffering for vibes. Like, it's just everything in once. It has no order. It has no order at all. Like, it's just everything. No, man. I can't find it. I can't find it. Hold on a second. This gonna take me a while. This gonna take me a while. Bros, I can't find it, so we're just gonna have to deal with me going off the top of my head. Okay, but now I used to go like 1 star, 1.2 star, 1.3 star until like you get to like 1.9, until you get to like 2 stars. But like now that I'm like fully using the Fable app to track my booking, I use also my notes app, right? But to track like the books that I read, I use basically like the normal star rating of like 0.5, 1 star, 1. I got 1.5, 1.75, and then 3 stars. I think I moved that way in like the quarter zones. So let's get into it. If I give a book a 1 star, right, it should have actually been a DNF. Like, I don't know why I kept reading it. I was miserable. But also there was like maybe something in the book that I needed to see how it played out, and that is why I continued reading it. Like, I either had to confirm my suspicions that this book was really not the one, that something was done wrong, or like there was something in the book that like kept me invested. Like, I really wanted to find out what happened with this certain plot line within the book, and that is why it's a 1 star. If it's 1.5 stars in the same realm, it was like I was interested, but it was like oh, what a stretch, what a stretch. You were getting good, but you lost the plot. 2 stars for me is like the book held my attention. It really did hold my attention. It's just, girl, there's plot holes. And if I can notice plot holes, if I can realize that the way you're telling the story is just utterly wrong, there's something wrong with the book. Like, it's not wrong in the sense that I could not keep reading it. It's just that no, you're not connecting the dots. Like, you are like, we're at the prologue, and now like within the next 50 pages you've taken me to the climax of the book, and it's just like no, but where are the bones, where are the flashbacks, where is the, like, where are you showing me the budding connection between the FMC and the MC? Like, you can't just throw tropes at the book. That's literally what like 2 stars is. 2.5 stars is just like, ooh, you started like halfway through the book, you started picking up speed. Like, you started becoming something. I started going, wow, this is something. Like, my mind started thinking, I need to read a chapter. But still, you weren't good enough for me to be like, there's still a character in the book that I hate with my whole life. Like, if that character has no like fans, it's because I'm dead. And also, like, when a book is between 2.5 stars to 2 stars, it means that I hate the FMC. I hate the FMC. There's nothing I hate more than when I can't stand an FMC. Like, if I can't stand the female character in the book has failed me. The book has failed me completely. Like, so when I hate the FMC, she's either very irritable, she's actually very ungrateful. If you have me rooting for the male character in the book, there is something wrong with you. Like, she's also very like, she's the worst person. She's the worst friend. She's a bad sister. She's a bad daughter. She's selfish. She's downright selfish. When the book is a 3-star, oh no. The blurb did a good job. The blurb did a good job because you gave me what I needed to give me. It wasn't like the best of the author's work, but it was good. I had a good time. The book had me laughing. The book had me swooning. I just needed more. Like, why'd you stop? Actually, why did you stop? Like, you could have done something. And I'm also someone who really loves like romantic suspense, and dark romance, so it's just like, you could have just done a little bit of like, she was kidnapped. I'm just saying, you know, like, you could have done a little bit more you could have pulled something more. You could have pulled the story more, like introduce a new storyline to just keep the book going, because the world, I love it down. 3.5 stars for me is literally like, no, this author, who are you? Where have you been all my life? Like, 3.5 stars is the same as 3 stars. It's just like, wow, I did not expect to like you. A 3.5 star for me is like when I came into the book expecting the worst, or when I've been misled by the book community, or like heavily influenced by the book community, and I'm in a sense going into the book thinking it's gonna be a fail, and then I just read it and I'm just like, I see why you're an author. I actually see why you're an author. Like, but it doesn't get into the category where I'm like, this man is like a book boyfriend, this girl is like my favorite female character. No, it doesn't get to those things. Like, it doesn't get to me also saying like I want to continue reading the entire series. It's just like, you were good, and at some point I'll come back and read the rest of the series or the rest of the author's backlog. Now, 4 stars, you ate that. You ate that. You are meant to. I don't know. Nobody should be ripping you off. Everybody should buy your book. That 4 stars, literally credits to get that book on my shelf. I need that book on my shelf. I need people to know how much I love this. This is where I get into my serious bag of writing reviews. I'm gonna tell everybody why this book was a goddamn masterpiece. That is a 4 star, and a 4 star and a 4.5 star are literally in one of the same like brackets, because for me that literally means it means that maybe the epilogue just didn't give me enough. Like, you didn't give me the happy ending that I wanted. But other than that, the book was giving what it needed to. You had me convinced. I was at the edge of my seat. I did not think about anything else but finishing this book. That is what like the 4 stars, 4.5 stars gives. 4.7 stars is like, where have you been all my life? Literally, where have you been all my life? It literally gives, this is everything and more. This is literally everything and more. The only reason why I didn't give you that 5 stars because maybe I wanted him to grovel more. Maybe I wanted her to like literally like for her to go missing, and then for him to literally lose his mind and come to his goddamn sense. Like, this is when I feel like you've done this trope so beautifully. It's everything. Like, yes. Then 5 stars. 5 stars. This means no notes, no critique. This was everything and more. I have nothing to say, but you are fantastic. And everybody that I come across who asks me for a book suggestion, regardless of what genre they read, is going to know about this book. That is what a 5-star read is. A 5-star read is that I don't care whatever you read from now on. I have an undying loyalty. What you write from now on, I have an undying loyalty to you. Yeah, you've made a fan out of me, and I will fight the fandoms in the comment sections to defend this masterpiece of a book that you have written. No notes. And if it's so good that I cannot get it out of my head, every time people ask me what are my favorite books that I've read so far, and I still mention your book, that goes into God tier books. That goes into books that, like, whenever I think about this author, your book will be the first, this book will be the first book that I mention. And that is like my star ratings. But at the end of the day, I go with vibes. So sometimes a book that is 4 stars might not actually be meant for 4 stars. But I had a time. I laughed, I giggled, I cried. It was everything. 5 stars also, and like the God tier like books, really means like you made me feel something. You've changed my worldview. You've changed my perspective. And that is just like my star ratings. How to get into the 2025 bookish goals. I'm sure it's not a shock to anybody, but your girl loves the camera. Smile, pose. Oh, you know I love the camera. The issue is that editing is kind of my little bit of a nightmare, and I kind of like the chaosness that is like the way I shoot my videos. I'm pretty sure right now the camera is a little bit skewed, but we're just rocking with it. Roll with it. Act like you're blind. Like you're blind, like you can't see this. So I already have a BookTok account. I started it last April, so we're coming up on a year of being on BookTok. I started a Bookstagram I think in October last year. So yeah, that one is a little bit of a sore spot for me. It's very hard for me to work there. Instagram just gives me so much anxiety. And I obviously started yes, I started YouTube like a month ago. So your girl is actually making money moves. I never thought I'd actually be here. It took a lot of encouragement for me to do these things. It's also just the fear of how you'll be perceived, or just feeling like, if you're very much a perfectionist like I am, you just feel like what you are going to produce might not be everything. But as I've learned, because I'm a certified WhatsApp influencer, literally just create the content that you want and everybody will fall in line. Like, the right people will find you and rock with you, you know. And like, also with every video that you make, the more you learn, the more you grow. Sometimes it's steadfast and it's fast, you like get into it really quickly. Sometimes it's just a slow gradual thing. Like, you'll learn, oh no, I add non-copyrighted music, or I do add copyrighted music, but I just add glimpses of it, and I just also give credits to it. Or you just learn, okay, this is how to shoot panning, this is how to get b-roll footage, you know. It's a learning curve, and I just think you're always a school of learning. Either way, my bookish goals for this year, the first goal that I set was that I did not want to set a monthly TBR or set monthly like reading goals. I did not want to do that for myself. I think doing that last year kind of like made me a robot in the way that I approached reading, because I was just like, oh my goodness, I wanted to read these books. I said that I want to read 75 books by the end of the year, so I'm behind. And I just think it gave me so much pressure that sometimes I didn't really fully take in the book and enjoy the book as it is, because some books are meant to be read slowly. Some are just so good that you devour them, but I really honestly feel like you need to sit with the books that you read. You need to feel them, let yourself like love on them and think on them. And I just think, like, let's go back to the times where people actually used to have book clubs and have heavy hour discussions about books. Like, you know how in the old books that you used to read, I had them in some of the books that I had like in the early 2000s, middle 2000s, but like at the end of books there used to actually be like discussion points where you could actually discuss the books. I think that's what we need more of. So I decided to set a monthly TBR, let the mood reader in me thrive, which has actually been a great thing. In January I think I read 18 books, last month I read 11, currently I'm at like 9 books. So I've just been reading where it, like, go where the mood flows, and it's just been fantastic. And I think I'm like at 39 books that I've read so far this year. It's just been a lovely time. It's been a lovely time. I found myself enjoying the books that I read more, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. Another goal of mine, which I'm still struggling on, is to read more genres. I want to read books of different genres, because I was always that girl, but then when I started reading romance last year, I just got sucked into the world of romance, and it's been very hard for me to just go into the other like sphere of other books. And I'm just like, no, I know I'm missing out on good worlds. At the same in the same breath though, in the romance genre, I started to read a lot of black romance books. I feel like my healing has finally come to fruition, and I can finally enjoy black romance books without feeling like I'm being traumatized or triggered, especially because in a lot of like primary and high schools and universities you read a lot of like African lit books that are so profoundly beautiful and insightful, but also in a sense make you always feel like you're reading struggle books, which is not the case. It's just that sometimes you just want to read a silly little romance book and you want it to be the same. You want it to be drenched in colonialism and slavery and all these things. But I do love those books down too. I'm now getting into like really seeing the plethora that the black romance genre has, and I'm eating it down. So I'm even scared that I can't go back to reading no more romance books, because I love reading the black romance books so much, which you will all see the books that I've read in the month of March. So that's a goal of mine, to be in there. Another goal of mine, which I think I'm really succeeding in, is to write more reviews. So I've always been a bit of a writer. It's like a bone within me, and I just this year I've like really started to write more reviews about the books that I read on my Fable account. I'm still trying to figure out the way to go about it on TikTok, and I want to do it more on YouTube. But like the books that I've been reading, I've just been writing my reviews about them, and then like engaging with the family there on Fable who comment on my videos and just like on my reviews, and just chatting with them, and it's just been everything. This is also one of my bookish goals, is also to give constructive feedback and reviews. I think that we've gotten into an age where people think that just because you can't give bad reviews, and I think that's just completely wrong, because how is an author supposed to grow if they never receive criticism? Like, if I don't like, if you this is your favorite book, you rated it 5 stars, and I read it and I really didn't enjoy it and I gave it 2 stars, I have the right to say my opinion about it, because it is valid in its own way. And I think people have just got into this culture where you can't agree to disagree. Like, you can't sit in a room and basically have opposing views, which is so wrong. And I'm loving that I'm starting to get into a space where I feel like, yeah, let me tell you about this book that literally I could not stand. It had me here. I was ready to chop my head off, so that is one of the things. Another thing that I've been really working on is being intentional in my content. I really love my content. I'm my number one supporter. I love everything that I do, everything that I make within my content. I'm just hoping to like move with intentionality forward, like just not do things because it's a trend, do things because I love it, because it's something that's essentially that a part of me. Like, if you look at Kush, you'd be like, this is what she loves, and this reflects it. So I've been trying to move in a way that's more intentional. I'm also very I'm guilty of like literally just doing things when it comes into my head. Like, I don't plan things out, so I'm hoping to fix that, but be more intentional in my content and be better at it, and like just continuously grow myself. But I think that is all the things that I remember about my about my content. Yeah. About my bookish course for 2025. But like if you are looking for the video, just like go to my, I'll tag my TikTok, and like literally just go there. I have so many videos so that you can go through, and I think there's one specifically on my bookish course, but I wanted a long form to sit on YouTube so that I can have a way to come back and look at it when I keep doing my reviews and my challenges and just like my lifestyle. But that is literally like my 25 bookish goals. It's been a good reading year so far. It's been absolutely fantastic. Like I have so many anticipated reads that are already out that I can't wait to get my hands into. And when I'm not a broke book girly, I can't wait to actually buy the physical copies, because I like buy like the online ones, or like I download them. So I can't wait to get into that. But like literally that is it for me. Like I those are my goals. Let me know what your guys' bookish goals are, because maybe mine need a little bit of some tweaking, because sometimes you just aren't realistic enough. But literally those are literally the vibes. No, no, not when I'm trying to shoot my video, someone is trying to cut the grass. No, I have to close the window. No. What a hater. What an absolute hater. No. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. Either way, I wanted to end the video off by sharing my things that I wish to achieve as like a book girly, and hope to have like my dreams and aspirations. And I'm saying this because having it here will hold me accountable, and like I will work towards having this. So the first thing that I really want is to have a book nook, like a corner where I can specifically have it dedicated to books. Currently, like I have books on that shelf, right? And like this is my like my little sister's thingy, and the room is really small, so I can't really have a book corner. But I'm trying to find a way to kind of create that for myself, even though the space is really small. So having a book nook would really, a book corner where I can really just dive into my reading, will be really fantastic. I would also really love to, I'm out of breath. I would really love to start buying more physical copies of books. I want to really get back into reading books physically, and I want all my favorite books to be reunited. I want to have them forever, because you never know when books get discontinued, and I want this to be books that I can pass down to my future kids, should I ever have, to inspire their love of reading, just to be like, this is the books your mother used to read. Like I love it down. So I want to start getting the books that I love so much, get the physical copies of them. I think that would be awesome. I want to get book merch. I want to be an annotating girly. My dream is to open a cafe. I won't tell you the detail of that because that's top secret, but to open like a cafe, I really love it, and I really want to get into like making myself like different types of coffees. As someone who is naturally a sipper, I struggle heavily to finish my cup of coffee. Even if I use the smallest cup, I really struggle. So I would one day want to create something, a coffee like cup or like thing for us sippers, because we drink that cup the whole day. It's hours, you know. And I wanted to be as fresh as when you first made the cup, you know, because you know as a sipper that the longer you take for the coffee to make its way, the harder it is for like the more the taste kind of leaves, you know. I'd also love to start doing like 24-hour reading challenges or different reading challenges. That is like a dream of mine. Currently I shoot everything on my phone, and it's just a little bit of an issue because I also read on my phone. I don't really have like I'm an e-reader, so it's hard for me to like showcase the things that I'm reading. I'm trying to figure out the logistics behind that. If you guys have any tips for that, please let me know. And then I would love to do a book retreat, like literally go somewhere with a few of my with a few people, or even myself, like a solo trip, and just spend the weekend away, maybe in nature, preferably reading. I think that would be like, oh, it would make me so happy. And then yeah, and then one day when I have the courage and my social anxiety doesn't kill me because I get overly stimulated by being around a lot of people, I would love to have a book club. I would really love to do that and have like cute bookish activities and things to do. But that is just a little bit of me as a bit of a reader. That is just some things to know about me. The list is long. I'm keeping heavy track of it, but hopefully soon these things can come to fruition and actually be a reality. But that is my YouTube video. Thank you for watching all of this vegetables. I hope you love the video. Remember to share it with the people that you love, and if you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Love and light.